Hey, what's up everybody? Average Sniper here. Welcome to the video. Sit back, relax, grab your coffee, and smack that like button. Today we're going to be talking about a few things that I think would make PUBG a better experience, and I would love to hear from you guys in the comments section about your own ideas and what you think about the ideas I'm going to give you in this video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I would like to talk about is how PUBG has a lot of different maps, and we don't always get to play the map we want, but that's just life. That's how it goes. But I do think there should be a better system for being able to play the maps that we want. Currently, every week, PUBG will rotate between what do they have, 10 or 11 maps now? I forget. I don't know, maybe just 10 or 11. So every week they will rotate between like 4 and 5 different maps, and usually the two maps that tend to stay are Erangel and Miramar, and I don't mind that. I'm not the biggest Miramar fan. I love Erangel, but I win too many matches on Miramar, even though it's a map that I don't like that well. If you guys watch my streams, you probably know that. But a lot of times we get like 4 big maps or too many small maps, and we can't select which maps we want. I believe there might still be certain regions that can, but I believe for us players in North America and Europe, map selection is no longer available unless there happens to be a featured map, which usually only happens when a brand new map comes out and they want people to be able to experience it for the first time and try it out. So my idea is to have all the maps in the playlist all the time, but before each match starts, have a selection of 3 of those maps. Because the first thing people say the first thing critical people say when I talk about map selection is that everyone will always pick the same map. There will be a favorite map, and that will be the only map that people get to play because that's the only map that people will vote for. And while this may be true, it is only partly true, because if there were only 3 maps out of the 10 to choose from at the beginning of each match, you would be guaranteed a chance at eventually being able to vote for the map that you want to play. Now, instead of rotating the maps every week and forcing us to play the same 4 or 5 maps for a whole week and having certain maps that are not even available at all, I think this would be a much better system. I think we would get a lot more variety, and I think we would get to play the maps that we want on more of a regular basis. So let me know what you guys think about PUBG implementing some kind of map voting system where all 10 maps are in rotation, but a random 3 maps are displayed at the beginning of each match, and you have a countdown to vote for which map you want to play. I personally think that would be a great idea, but I'm sure there's things about it I haven't thought of. I'd love to hear more in the comments section. Let me know what you guys think. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is how long it takes to find matches in certain regions. I live in North America, and sometimes it takes upwards of 3 minutes just for the matchmaking to start, and then it could even take another 3 to 5 minutes for the lobby to fill up. And of course, if the lobby doesn't fill up, it will be populated with bots. And bots are AI-generated characters. Basically, they're NPCs that just fill in the void of real players and cause general annoyance. They rarely kill actual players, but it does happen from time to time. Usually the bots can get some good kills on you or get a kill on you if you're wounded from a gunfight with a real player trying to heal and a bot shoots you in the foot or something like that. They suck. I don't like them. So my idea for this is to combine regions, like combine North America and European regions, which I don't think would be too bad. The first thing critics will say about this is that there's going to be lag. And yes, there might be a little bit more lag than playing against people that are on a 30 or below ping. But for the most part, whenever I do play in EU, the ping seems to be around 150 or better, which isn't that bad. I would gladly sacrifice my 30 to 50 average ping for like 100 ping. Now, some people are going to tell you that 100 ping is unplayable, and how dare you say that? But here's the truth. Some people might not know this, but I'm actually a professional in the IT industry. That is my day job, and I call myself a professional because I have been doing this job for over 20 years. And I can tell you that while there is a slight noticeable difference between a 30 ping and a 100 ping when you're gaming, it is noticeable. It is not game breaking, especially because PUBG's client or PUBG's hit detection is client based. At least I believe it's still client based and not server based. So this means that when you shoot somebody, your bullets are hitting them on your screen and then it's sending the information to the server. Now this might cause a little bit more desync, but it's not the kind of desync you're thinking of where you die before you even see someone peek around the corner. While that is certainly a possibility and may rarely happen on 100 ping, that's something that you're going to see more of 300 and upwards type of ping, where weird stuff starts happening and you start dying from bullets that you don't even hear the enemy shoot. But trust me, I win chicken dinners all the time playing between 100 and 150 ping. I've been doing it for years, switching between North American and European servers, and I barely notice a difference. So I think that would help with the matchmaking times if they were to combine the North American and European server regions and perhaps follow suit in other regions that are close enough to each other where the ping differential wouldn't be that bad. That way we can find matches quicker and we don't have to wait so long or use some kind of VPN or proxy to connect to a different server, since PUBG no longer allows you to select which server you want to play in. So let me know what you guys think about that in the comments section. And please remember, always be respectful. If you hear something you disagree with, that's totally fine. Just don't be a dick about it, okay? Thank you. Drink some coffee. Sit back. Relax. Go to the gym. Work out your aggression somewhere other than the comments section. Like that's going to happen. All right. The third thing I want to talk about is I would like to see more PvE challenges. Now, if you don't know what PvE is, that is player versus environment, which is different from PvP, which is player versus player. A good recent example of this in PUBG would be the addition of Rondo and the level 3 buy station at Lo Hua Zing. If you've watched my streams, you've seen me land there and I fight the guards. Now, the guards are AI players. They are not actual people. And they are much more smart and powerful than the regular bots that populate the lobbies for spots that real players don't populate. And there's usually a goal with the guards. When you eliminate all the guards, you get to open a care package or loot them for their gear or gain access to the buy station. I think that this should be implemented in all the maps of PUBG. I think there should be at least 1 or 2 areas on each map where you can do an environmental challenge. You can fight AI players to gain better loot or access to a buy station or some kind of crate or care package as a reward for defeating the PvE, the environmental players that have spawned in. And that is always fun, especially when you're playing in lobbies where there's a lot of bots or not a lot of players. I think that would be a great addition to PUBG. I know that might be controversial because it might take away from the original concept of pure player versus player. But let's be honest, the game is almost 7 years old. In March, it will be 7 years old. And it can't stay exactly the same as it did on day one. There needs to be improvements. There needs to be innovation to keep this game alive and to keep new people playing. And yes, there are still new people playing. Believe me, I run into noobs all the time who I can tell are giving this game a try. And I only hope that by me eliminating them so fast, they don't get discouraged from playing the game. So that's my third suggestion, is to have more PvE challenges. I think that would be great and fun. And last but not least, I would love to see a single player and or co-op PUBG campaign, some kind of story mode where that we can play offline or with friends or just completely single player that kind of describes the story of PUBG. Now, a lot of you might not know this, but PUBG is actually based on a movie from the year 2000 called Battle Royale. It is a Japanese movie about some students who are, I believe they're drugged and dropped off on an island. and they have to fight to the death, and only the last one standing is allowed to come back. And they form alliances, and they're dirty teamers and all kinds of stuff like that. And they get like one weapon at the start, and then they just have to scrounge for the weapons. I believe the concept for Battle Royale for PUBG is based on that movie, which is named Battle Royale. That is literally where the term was coined. So yeah, check that movie out if you haven't already. I don't know if it's available on any streaming services, so you might have to figure out where you can buy it or download it or watch it. I'm not sure. But it is a year 2000 movie called Battle Royale, and it is really good. So I'd love to see a single player mode kind of based on that, with a story to tell us why we're all here on this island trying to kill each other. I don't know why I'm here, but I know that I must kill to survive. Thank you so much for watching the video, everyone. I look forward to reading your comments. If you made it this far, don't forget to hit that like button. And most importantly, I hope you have an awesome day. I'll see you next time. Bye.